Alright, imagine this. You've just landed in Santorini during January. No crowds, hotel prices slashed, and that iconic sunset all to yourself. Sounds perfect, right? But then you realize half the restaurants are shuttered, the ferry to Mykonos only runs once a week, and the one taverna open at 5 p.m. closes by 7. Suddenly, your dream trip feels like a game of roulette. This is the messy, overlooked reality of off-season travel, and honestly, I think most people don't talk about it enough. Let's unpack why chasing deals during the slow season can sometimes bite you in the butt. First up, the illusion of availability. Everyone knows some attractions might close, but what they don't tell you is how random it feels. Like, sure, maybe the Acropolis stays open year-round, but those cute little family-run wineries in Napa Valley? Closed for 3 months. And don't trust Google. I once booked a trip to Maine in February thinking I'd hike Acadia National Park, only to find out after arriving that 80% of the trails were iced over and fenced off. The kicker? The park's website didn't mention it. What this really shows is that off-season travel isn't just about planning. It's about gambling with variables you can't control. Then there's the weather paradox. People assume off-season means mild weather, but that's not always true. Ever tried exploring Edinburgh Castle in a horizontal rainstorm? Or hiking Machu Picchu during Peru's rainy season, when landslides shut down paths daily? What many people don't realize is that off-season often means extreme weather, not just chilly. And this isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. I've seen travelers post on Reddit about getting stranded in Iceland because a snowstorm canceled their flights, and their backup plans relied on roads that were suddenly closed. Off-season weather isn't just a packing issue. It's a game-changer for safety and logistics. Now let's talk about the hidden cost of savings. Yeah, you'll pay less for hotels, but how much do you lose when every ferry is delayed, every restaurant closes at 7 p.m., and you're stuck eating gas station souvlaki in Santorini because nothing else is open? From my perspective, this is where off-season travel gets tricky. You're trading money for frustration. And here's the twist. Climate change is eroding the whole concept of seasons anyway. Places like Barcelona or Rome used to have dead winters, but now they're packed year-round because Americans are fleeing summer heat waves. So you're paying less to deal with closures, shorter hours, and iffy weather, but not even getting the solitude you hoped for. That's a raw deal. And can we address how airlines mess with you? Booking a flight at 6 a.m. in February might seem smart, but regional airports get hit harder by delays because they're not equipped for snow like bigger hubs. One snowflake and your entire trip unravels. Personally, I think this is where off-season travel exposes a bigger problem. Infrastructure that's built for peak seasons only. It's like airlines and tourism boards sell you this fantasy of year-round adventure. But the reality is their systems only work when everyone's on the same schedule. When you're off rhythm, you're just stuck. So here's my final thought. Is off-season travel even a thing anymore? Or is it just travel with worse odds? The romantic idea of living like a local by visiting during slow months often ignores that locals leave during these times. They close shops to vacation themselves. What this suggests to me is that the travel industry needs to evolve. Offer curated off-season experiences instead of just slashing prices and hoping tourists don't notice half the town's closed. But until that happens, my advice? Research like you're planning a heist. Call businesses directly. Expect the unexpected. And maybe ask yourself, is saving $200 worth missing the one museum you actually wanted to see? Let me know in the comments. Have you had an off-season disaster? Or are you team worth the hassle? I'll see you there.